Warning, this video is rated PMFSU, which stands for pwned F's shit up. And this is a gameplay on Battlefield 3, which is just a little non-well-known game. Anyways, this is a warning message. If you are an adult watching this video right now, this might be too awesome for you because I dominate too much. Please grab your kids and hold a teddy bear tight to your face so it can wipe up your tears when you see me dominate. What's up, guys? This is iPownageMachine here. Yeah, I'm back after a little trip to the Lewis of Saints. Wow, that place is... I don't know how to describe it. It was just mind-boggling in the iPownageMachine dominance type style. But yeah, it was just... Yeah, I mean, it was... Alright, I will steal a quote from the awful Charles Dickens. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. The best of times, it was fun hanging out with everybody. Gotta hang out. Just me and my dad for, I don't know, like 36 hours. Worst is the Rangers lost. It was a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. So, yeah, I'm going to apologize straight out the bat here. If I start ranting about how awful Ron Washington is, or how bad Esteban Herman is, nobody even knows who he is, do you? Nope, you don't. Because he sucks so much. So, yeah, we were there. We watched Game 7, and then by the 5th inning, when it was 5-2, I was like, it's over. It's over. I thought we were in such good shape when we scored 2 runs in the first inning. I was like, yes! Yes! We're going to win! We're actually going to win the World Series. But, you know what? See, that's what happens when I get all cocky. See, that when I do a video, I get all cocky, you know, just for the heck of it. I'm fun like that. I have to be cocky in my videos just to be awesome, because I'm awesome. See, there's the cockiness. But then I always go out and I get really bad gameplays, and that's exactly what happened. I got really cocky that we'd win the game, and the Rangers just had to go F it up. And oh, it was brutal. It was honestly probably the worst played game I've seen by the Rangers in a long time, except Game 1 of the World Series. Game 1, I will forever blame Ron Washington for the reason we lost that game. If you go back and watch any of the highlights on it, you will notice 7th inning, we had 1 out with a man on first and second, and we had David Murphy and then a pitcher spot coming up. So what does Ron Washington do? He puts in Craig Gentry and Esteban Herman. They said that was Esteban's first at-bat in a month. In the World Series, in a clutch situation. And of course, he strikes out on 3 pitches in the dirt like anybody would expect him to do. But it was just crazy. So yeah, anyways, we lost the game. Everybody knows it. And the thing about Busch Stadium, like the security was really light in general. Like even like Rangers ballpark was light, but there was like 1 aisle attendant for like 4 sections. It was crazy. I've never seen aisle attendants or security that low, especially for a Game 7. Anybody could do anything, except when they got to the end of the 8th, a whole bunch of security, like police guys. But you know, they're not SWAT guys. They're like the pudgy police guys who sit in the coffee shop all day and they're like running outside writing speeding tickets. I mean, they looked like that, but then they had their guns on their hands on their hips, you know, with their guns and their tasers. And you know, these cops are just so trigger happy. They're just hoping somebody jumps over the wall to go after them. But yeah, I guess they were trying to prevent a riot on the field. But so, you know, being Rangers fans, we stayed around. We talked to some of the Cardinals fans for a while. They were celebrating. Most of them were drunk. But all the security in the stadium vanished. They all jumped on the field because, you know, they're trying to keep everybody off the field because they're doing a presentation. They're giving David Freese his brand new Corvette, I think. They drove a brand new black Corvette out on the field. I think they give the World Series MVP. We left. But so we're walking up the stairs, right, to get out of there, and we're like halfway down the section. And we were like 2 rows off the Rangers, or 2 sections off the Rangers dugout. And then there's this one blonde chick who, you know, Americans walk on the right, because we're Americans. That's what Americans do. So we're walking up the right. This one blonde chick just is standing in the middle of the damn aisle. Totally fucking oblivious to the whole damn thing. Okay, yeah, I'm ranting, I'm cussing. This was fully understandable. It was awful. So she stands there, and what really sucked when the security left, they opened the gates so people could get out, right? Fuck that. It was the 5,000 people outside the stadium watching the game who were drunk from watching the game poured in. It was awful. So we're trying to get up the stairs, right? Bunch shit gets in the way. It's awful. We stand there for 5 minutes. We're pushing. Finally, a couple people get out, right? So we all managed to get in there. Sweet little 360 skills going on there. So we all get up into the little, tunnel thing that's going to lead down into the main concourse and get out, right? So we're standing there, and then 50 people are in the way. 50 people for a 5-foot wide tunnel. So we're like, crap, what the heck are we going to do? These people would not move. Not at all. You know what sucks? Okay, so I'm not... If you're from St. Louis, hey, it's a good city, most part. But there is just always, guys, always, and these sporting events, there's always the 1 or 2 dicks in the crowd. There always is, right? So anyways, in front of me, there's a nice black guy behind me who we're just joking about the whole thing until it got pretty crazy. But, so there's a guy with his wife and his 2 kids in front. His kids are pretty young, So he's pushing forward. He's like smiling, like a gay kind of weird smile. But so he's just sitting there smiling, and he's trying to push his way up. And there's this. I don't know. Maybe he was drunk or he was stoned. But there's this guy with his buzz cut or whatever in his hoodie, trying to be all Eminem style. He's sitting there and he's shoving everybody back. Like somebody tried to walk forward, and he grabs him. He's trying to throw him back, just being a total asshole. So I'm like, dude, get the hell out of the way. And they're standing there, they're pushing. His kids start crying, right? They're just bawling. And so then all of a sudden, these guys start shouting, right? They're just shouting, yelling at each other. But it wasn't even the guy who was shoving them back. It was the dad and some random guy in a blue sweatshirt, right? So I'm standing here right behind it, and they're like shoving each other back and forth, right? They're like yelling at each other. And then people in the back are like, get the fuck out of the way! Get out of the way! Because at this point, it was like Mardi Gras. It was worse than Mardi Gras. It was so tight in there, you could not move. You were practically just getting moved by the crowd. It was ridiculous. So everybody's cussing, everybody's screaming, dropping F-bombs at these guys. And I was too. I wasn't dropping F-bombs because I only do that like when I'm super pissed about something. Which I am. I'm getting worked up about it right now. But, I mean, I'm freaking yelling at these guys. Finally, we get through. And, yeah, so, I swear, the only way we survived getting out of that stadium wearing Texas stuff without getting just beat up was the fact that we were congratulating everybody. We were giving them high fives. Or like, you know what, good series. It was an amazing series. Don't get me wrong. But it was more for self-preservation than for actual congratulations. I mean, okay, there's a few legitimate fans. Almost all of them were drunk. Okay, so, yeah, just keep that in mind. You got to imagine there's already 48,000 people inside the stadium with another 5 to 10,000 outside the stadium pouring in because the security disappeared. I'm sorry, Busch Stadium, your stadium sucks, honestly. I don't like Busch Stadium at all. I thought it was really, really dumpy for what it was built up to be, but I don't know. So just their security was awful, a complete joke. It just vanished. So finally managed to get out there. We hung out in the hotel bar for a while. I went up the room, ordered room service. It took an hour and a half to get room service at 2 in the morning. So yeah, and then the next day, me and my dad, we woke up, we got out of the hotel by noon because you had to, and there's a 2:30 flight. We tried to get on, but all the seats were taken. There was only 2 flights to Dallas the whole day, so we're stuck there for like 6 hours. So we're walking around. Excuse me, she's burp. So we go see the Arch, and the Arch is pretty cool, but it looks a lot nicer on TV than it really is. And then, so we eat at Fridays, kill like 2 hours there just sitting there talking about stuff. Then we go walk around trying to find the city park in St. Louis. Now there is this part by the Arch in the stadium, which is nice. It's a good part. And then there's Renaissance, where we stayed, which is nice. And then boom, you go down, you hit 13th, 14th, 15th Street in St. Louis. It's a ghetto. You got warehouses, and it's scary. So I didn't take a shower in the morning, so I'm wearing a hat. I'm wearing a sweatshirt over my Ranger shirt because I packed too light, didn't bring another shirt. So, you know, I'm trying to be inconspicuous, but, you know, everybody's like, just, you know, they're all hyper about it. And all of a sudden, this black guy in his little... See, the thing about ghetto guys, it's hilarious. It was like a 1950s four-door sedan, you know? Like, older than the old cop cars, like older than a Crown Victoria. It was older than that. So he's driving, and he's got his fancy rims. Why do they get dumpy cars and have fancy rims? Never made sense to me. So he leans out his window, the passenger guy does, and he's like, "Take that Texas hat off!" He starts yelling at me. So I'm like, "Damn, I don't want to die." So I took it off and we walked away. And they actually passed us. They did a circle around the building and they passed us again. I was like, oh shit, let's get out of St. Louis. So yeah. So there's that story. Anyways, I hope you guys liked that. Was it entertaining? It was damn scary for me. Jeez. Okay, so let's talk about something not so scary, like my pants. No, I'm just joking. One thing I am planning on doing for Battlefield 3, because I know you guys will love it. You'll love it. You'll love it like Chuck Norris loves beating up people because he's Chuck Norris. But I'm going to do a Battlefield 3 campaign walkthrough. The only thing is I'm going to beat the campaign first. I want to make sure I can do it pretty easily. So, yeah, that'll be coming soon. What really sucked, I was halfway through. Like, I don't know exactly if I was halfway through, but I was just beaten night shift. Somebody can tell me how far along that is, that'd be nice. I mean, I got the achievements and everything, so that was before Game 6 of the World Series, so we recorded it, and we're waiting to watch it, and my dad's like, hurry up! I'm like, okay, let me finish this, 2 minutes, and I finished it, and it said it saved, and then started loading the next match, right? So I'm like, next mission. So I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm done. So I just go ahead and I shut off my Xbox, right? So I turned it on the next morning. It's like, your save data has been corrupted. Sucks to suck. I didn't say that, but it's like, you will need to start over, basically. So I had to start all the way over back on the first mission, Semper Fidelis, or whatever it is. I actually just went ahead and beat the first 2 missions again already. The train, well, I beat the train one. Yeah, I beat the train one, and then I beat the one where you're, with the earthquake and stuff. So I'm at the point right now where the building had just fallen on you, and you get cut out to the interview scene. And yeah, and then I'm at the point now where you got the knife and you're like crawling away from the terrorist guys. You know what my prediction is? Actually, based on what's happened so far, so based on what's happened so far, I think what happened was you're playing as a sergeant guy, and then there's these attacks, and then you have your buddy, the Russian guy, I guess, and then you find there's 2 missing nukes, right? And there's maps of New York and Paris and the bank. And from the part that I've watched, look at this fail here. How does that happen? Where you knife him and he doesn't die and barely takes any damage. But I've already seen the part where the first nuke goes off in Paris, and that's what I've seen about Paris. I don't know if there's any more about it. And then he's trying to find or whatever it is, Dimitri, to prove that they're good guys. And of course, he died in the nuke. Who survives a nuke anymore? Okay, watch this, bro. This is funny. Look at me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I kind of failed here. But that's okay. It all works out in the end. Like that. Okay. So, what I think is going to happen, I think, the next nuke, like where you did the little train part, I bet the next nuke is with that train, and when they knock you out at the beginning, I bet they like strap the nuke on you, and they like make you set it off like a suicide bomber. Oh, my throat's getting dry. Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna predict is gonna happen. So we'll see. You know, I don't know how much I'll play tomorrow, 'cause I'm not really supposed to play on Sundays, but then again, I was gone all Friday and Saturday. So, oh man, I don't know what happened there. I just lost my voice and just choking to death on I don't know, choking to death on air. You know, I died because I had too much air. So yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you guys something funny really quick because I got a minute. So, you remember my famous video with... Oh, by the way, on my nuketown, my 144 kill video where I talked about homecoming and that stuff, 55 likes. Thank you guys. 3,800 views. You guys are beast. My gold MP5 video is almost up to 11,000 views. I broke 25,000 video views today. All awesome. So real quick, I was on Facebook, you know, because I'm just killing time in St. Louis, and I see the girl I was gonna ask to homecoming. I don't. It wasn't even her birthday or anything.